guys, welcome back to Calon Kids, another week looking at the stories from the Bible. I hope you've had a fantastic week back in school, so I hope that's been great seeing all your friends again. It must be really good to be able to be back. But go and get your things because we are going to start off with a new series on I Am. And today we're looking all about I am the vine. So go and get your stuff and I'll see you in a minute. So if you remember, over the last couple of weeks, we have been looking at the parables of Jesus. Now, do you remember why Jesus spoke in parables? That's right. They were stories, weren't they, to help us understand the lessons that he was trying to teach us. And this week, we're going to start something new. We're going to start something called I Am. Jesus, over the time that he was on the earth, was trying to help people understand not just lessons by using parables, but also the type of person that he was and the type of friendship that he wanted with us. And so he often spoke in I am, and he gave an example of something that we would be familiar with. So this week we're going to look at one of the later ones, I am, and he spoke about a vine. Now, a vine is where grapes grow. Do you like grapes? These are my favourite, red seedless grapes. They are so sweet and I eat loads of them. But grapes are really good, aren't they? They are good for you because they're nice and healthy and there can be lots of things made from them as well. I don't know whether you've tasted grape juice. That is really nice too. Or maybe Mammy and Daddy drink quite a bit of wine. That comes from grapes too. But with all plants like this, all vegetables and anything that grows on a branch, they are great while they're attached to the branch. So while these grapes grow and they're attached to the vine, they are really, really healthy. And then they get picked from the vine. And in this case, they get put into a little plastic box and I pick these up from the supermarket. Now, over time, if I just left these grapes and didn't eat them, they would start to all like shrivel up, wouldn't they? All go wrinkly, go dry. They wouldn't be sweet anymore. And in fact, if you ate one after like days and days, they would taste really, really bitter and horrible. And you wouldn't want to eat the grapes. That's because when any fruit, an apple or a banana or grapes like this, any fruit that grows on a tree, once it's picked and it's removed from the goodness that the branch gives it, it starts to die. And what Jesus said in John chapter 15 is that he is like the vine, which is the main branch that the grapes grow on. And we are like the branches attached to the vine. And while we stay attached to the vine, then we will bear fruit. Just like this vine has made these grapes, grown these grapes, we will grow things, good things, in our lives too, while we stay attached or stay friends with Jesus. Now, I'm not suggesting for 1 minute we're going to start growing apples from the ends of our fingers or strawberries in our ears. That would be really weird, wouldn't it? Although, I don't know, be quite nice sometimes too. I'm not suggesting that at all. What Jesus was saying when he was kind of saying about growing fruit was growing good things in our lives. And in a couple of weeks' time, we'll be looking at those sorts of fruits that Jesus was talking about. But they're things like we will grow to love people. We will grow to have joy or to be happy. We will grow to have patience. So even with your little sister, when she's being a pest, you will grow to have patience with her. All because that is what Jesus, the good fruit that Jesus puts in our lives. And the more we stay friends and attached to the vine, the more we will grow that sort of fruit. And the better people we will become. So that's the story. So come on, we're going to now make our picture. So what we're going to do today, and all my grapes are dropping off, so I'm going to eat one. But all we're going to do today is we are going to create a picture of a vine and some grapes. So what I've got here is I've got like a pom-pom. Now you can use cotton wool ball, you can use anything that's round. In fact, I've got some paint here. You could use the bottom of the paint pot there. You could use your mammy's lipstick, but whatever you do, make sure you ask her first. Anything that's round that is going to make a spot on your picture. Then what I've done is I've mixed some purple paint on here as well. Now, do you know what makes purple? So if you put some red paint on your plate and then a tiny bit of blue, you need to add the blue very, very slowly because blue will make it very dark very quickly. So add a little bit of blue, mix it. If you want it a bit darker, add a little bit more blue and mix that. Then once you've got your paint, we're going to make our grape shapes. Now, when they're on the vine, as you can see, it's kind of thicker at the top and then they go down to a point at the bottom. So we're just going to put our pom-pom or cotton wool, whatever you're using, in the paint, and we're just going to put some grapes onto the vine. So just dab all your grapes on your bunch of grapes. These look almost good enough to eat, and they're my favourite ones. Now, you can do black if you like black grapes. You can do green if you like green grapes, whatever you decide to do. And there we have our bunch of grapes on there. And then all we're going to do is going to get a little bit of green paint. So it's a really easy craft today. A little bit of green paint. Because if you notice, the stems on grapes are green, not brown. So we get a little bit of green paint. I've got a paintbrush here. And we're just going to make some lines up from the grapes onto the big kind of central stalk that you'd find on the grapes. And then that obviously would be attached to the vine. So you can put some lines in the middle of the grapes if you like to show the stem going through. And there we have our bunch of grapes. And then all you have to do to remind ourselves of the story, so you might want to wait until it dried before you do this, but all you need to do then is write on, I am the vine. And then just colour it in whatever colours you want. And there we have our picture. And please put them on Calon Church, #Calon Kids, so we can see your picture. And join us again next Saturday because we will be looking at another I am. Have a great week and we'll see you soon. Bye.